God's story, your life. Unfolding short stories.
Jesus Christ, when he was back home and he tried to perform miracles and his own people did not accept him, right? And so for me, I remember God was just like, son, I need you to take this message away from it, right? And so a lot of times we think the support is going to come from our family, our friend. The support is going to come from where God sends those strangers, right? Complete people that don't know you. And so I tell people all the time, can anything good come out of Nazareth? Yes, it can. I promise you, like, I was born and raised in Providence, Rhode Island, the smallest state on the map. Can anything good come out of Rhode Island? I say, yes, sir, because you created me fearfully and wonderfully to go out here and change the world. So I would say to anybody, anything can come out of good anywhere as long as you have God with you. All things are possible. I think I'm going to go back a little bit. And for me, it was being at a homeless shelter after losing a job at Franklin, Massachusetts at a recycling company. I was making fun of homeless people. And then eventually I became homeless. And then God said, the same people that you made fun of, they're going to be your teacher to teach you how to be able to treat people right. And so for me at this homeless shelter, I'll never forget it. I was clocking into work and there was a particular client that was irate. And so one of my coworkers, Jerome, he was like, yo, Will, I need you to go talk to him. I said, no, he's irate. I don't feel like talking. He said, no, I need you to talk to him because I feel like you can reach him. And so I remember going down. I remember the bunk bed. It was A6 bottom and his name was Anthony Robertson. I went up to Anthony and said, Anthony, what's going on? He said, leave me alone. A little older dude. He's like, leave me alone. I feel like talking. I was like, well, Anthony, what's going on, man? Like, just explain to me. He's like, man, nobody cares about me. My kids left me. This shelter keeps promising me that they're going to give me housing. They're going to give me food stamps. They're going to give me Social Security. I ain't getting nothing yet. I'm just stressed out and I feel like dying. I feel like taking my life. And I remember, man, like in that moment, the only thing that I said to him, I said, Anthony, you have purpose and you don't need to take your life. 2 weeks later, I come back to work. I go to the back room, clock in, put my food in the refrigerator. And Jerome goes, hey, Will. I said, oh, no, we ain't doing this again. He said, no, Will, I need you to go talk to Anthony. And it's good news. So I go down there and I go to his bunk bed. I said, Anthony, what's going on, man? He said, Will, I've been waiting to talk to you. I said, what's going on, man? And he just literally embraced me. Boom. And to this day, I still feel like I got a fractured rib. You know what I'm saying? Like to this day, because of how hard he hugged me. And when he hugged me, he shed a couple of tears and he said to me, Will, thank you because you hadn't taken my life. I said, wow, God. I said, this is what we on. And so from there, my coworker, Brawley Ortiz, ended up saying to me, hey, William, would you love to come work at a drug rehab? I said, yeah, my mom's a recovering drug addict. I think it would be cool to actually go there and serve those people too. So long story short story long, I ended up doing my first presentation in front of 45 grown men. I'm 22 at this age. And so I'm having a conversation with grown men about life when I have barely lived life. And so I didn't know that there was two people in the program that's contemplating leaving the program and ODing. And so I remember after I was done giving my talk, the caseworker came up to me and said, William, I said, am I in trouble, Vanessa? She said, no, you're not in trouble. I just want to let you know that these two guys that was about to leave the program, they was about to leave this facility. They said your message impacted them in such a way that they want to finish their treatment. And let me say this to you. To this day, they're still clean. They got their kids. They got their job. After that, fast forward, of course, from the homeless shelter, from the drug rehab. And to this day, this has been my favorite engagement. It was a middle school in Washington State. It was Chinook Middle School. And I remember I went there and I had a conversation with the students, right? I don't really call them presentations, just me having a conversation with y'all, right? To better your life. And so after I got done with the talk, a student came up to me and that's how I knew God was moving in the room. Because this kid came up to me. He said, man, Mr. Winfield, my father left me. And he fell right into my arms and he started crying. I mean, hysterically crying. He's like, my dad left me. How come my dad don't want to be in my life? And so I'm just embracing him. Of course, I mentored him. I made sure he was good. This kid has come to be an amazing young man. I'm still in contact with him to this day. He's out here making a difference, still getting in trouble a little bit, but he making a difference, right? The crazy part about it is that after I left the school, 2 days later, a student was watching my social media and he DM'd me. He said, Mr. Winfield, I just want to say to you that I've been an atheist. My parents have been an atheist for a while. He said, but I love your relationship with God. I love how you don't force God on nobody. And he said, because of you, I decided to give my life to God. I said, whoa. I said, what? And he said, yeah, I decided to give my life to God because I see how you love God. Right. And I said, man, bro, I'm super, super proud of you. Welcome to the family. It don't get no better than this, man. Continue to do what it is that you're doing. And to this day, he's doing phenomenal. He actually got a couple of D1 scholarships to a couple of great universities. But I believe it's because he audited his life, and the impact that God made, not what I made, the impact that God made was so contagious that he said, yo, I got to be a part of that kingdom family. I would love to leave with a quote, and it's by Dr. Miles Monroe. The greatest tragedy in life is not death, but living life without purpose. God has put you on this earth for a reason. Nobody has your DNA. Nobody has your print. Keep going, keep believing, keep achieving, keep striving, and just know that anything is possible with God.
The Unfolding is a Wow God production. Discover more at wowgod.com.